genuinely, this series is fire. Like, this is genuinely amazing. The visuals, the posing, composition, I don't usually expect much from gacha videos, but I'm pretty sure this single-handedly raised my standards. I would love if you could give a tutorial, just a walkthrough of making one of these, or anything like that. God, these are awesome. Safe to say, this tutorial is a bit overdue, so welcome to the official Plus Ultra Write Kacchan tutorial video. So it all starts off with a notebook. In this notebook, you're going to be writing all your scripting and storyboarding. Two main things you need to have when you make your script: dialogue and stage directions. But Minty, I don't know what that is. I got you. Dialogue is what the character is saying. Stage directions is what the character is doing on screen. The character's actions. If you need help figuring out how to start a script, you can contact me at any of these platforms. Once you have your script ironed out, you can start actually making your video. I edit on Wondershare Flimora, but about any other editing program would do the same thing. I start mine by adding in the intro I'll be using for the episode. I also add a screenshot from a previous video under it, so I could edit things on the timeline without having to move everything out the way. Then I go to Gacha Life 2 and start pulling out every character I'll be needing for the episode. I don't usually have to do this, but for this episode I had to make a new character design. I had to make Hitoshi's dad. So how I do that is I start off using another character as a base, and I do this for almost every character I use. After making Hitoshi's dad, I went in and fixed Yua. I didn't like how she looked. I made her design a while ago, and I felt as if she looked way too much like Aizawa, so I went in and fixed that. It's important to try to give each character their own individuality, such as different eye shapes and stuff, so you don't have what people call same face syndrome. After I finished Yua, I went and started doing each character's posing for the scene that I was about to start on. Then I start getting everyone prepared for screenshots. Screenshots are the part that probably takes me the most time, and I usually sit at my computer desk making Plus Ultra episodes for about 3 to 4 hours at a time, and screenshots definitely take up 90% of that time. You might want to give up, but don't. It's going to be all worth it at the end. Remember, the more screenshots you take, the better. I don't do this, but there's something called transition screenshots. So it's whenever you start doing the pose and make transitional screenshots in between the pose to the next pose. It makes your video look a lot more fluid, and if you have a lot of time on your hands and don't have a strict deadline like I do, then you can 100% do this, and it makes your video look that much better.
Man, I feel like mold. It's prom night and I am lonely, lo and behold, she's walking over to me.
I do to disperse my workload is I like to add in each scene of screenshots as I'm doing them, so I won't have as much to do by the end. It makes me feel like I work a lot faster that way, but that's entirely optional, and you can always just do each piece of the video at once. Started to do the backgrounding after I finished editing all the screenshots and trimming them. I spent a good while trying to find this certain background of Hitoshi's room, and I just couldn't find it. It took me so long. I have this part not sped up so you can see how long it took me looking for this thing, and I ended up just having to go and finding it, and making a whole new screenshot of it, so you get to see how I do that. Okay, so now you'll get to see how I made Hitoshi's room. So whenever I first made it, I really didn't want to draw anything. I didn't have time for it because that episode, the day I made that episode, it had to be released day of. So I went and made it in Roblox. And then while recording this, I started giving a Hitoshi room tour. So that's what Hitoshi's room canonically looks like in Plus Ultra, right, Kacchan, if anyone was wondering. Loads of like American bands, I guess. I don't know. And then I hopped over here to show y'all this. I was wondering if any of you remembered what that was from. After backgrounding, it's time to add audio. So I saved loads and loads of My Hero Academia OSTs back when I first started Plus Ultra at Kacchan. So I have a bunch of them in my camera roll, but what I did is I just screen recorded them and I put them under the screenshot. So if you ever see like a little tad bit of white under any of the screenshots, that is an audio track. Sound effects are very, very important when it comes to making like episodes. I add sound effects in every episode, and it really makes it more like a show. But my editing program, it has pre-made sound effects like inside of it, so I don't have to go and track any down. But I know CapCut, back when I used CapCut for the first 5 episodes of Plus Ultra right, Kacchan, had sound effects, but CapCut's gone like all pro, so I don't really know anything about that. But what you can do instead is you could go look up some sound effects you need on YouTube and use YouTube to MP3, or do what you did with the OSTs and screen record them and then put them under the screenshots. I wait for my video to export. I go and check all my notifications on YouTube and check how any of my polls on YouTube are doing. Or I check comments and stuff to make sure I'm not missing any hearts, because I heart every comment and I love reading comments, so yeah. And now you see me logging onto Discord to show you the official Plus Ultra at Kacchan Discord server. If you're interested in joining, the link will be in the description in the comments, and I have already posted the link on my community tab for you all to see. So that's what you see me doing right now in the video. So please join, it's fun, and there's loads of channels, and you get extra art and spoilers there. So yeah, join. Making thumbnails is actually very simple. So what I do is I use CapCut for my thumbnails because it's easier, but you can use any editing program. So I have both texts I'm using on the thumbnail already imported, and I just put the screenshot under them and move around the text and make them say what I need them to say for the episode. And then I screenshot it and set it as the thumbnail on YouTube where I'm about to upload the video. When typing out the title, I just reuse all the details from a previous video and fix it to say what I needed to say. But the main premise of the title is the series name, the episode name, and then whatever tags will get people's attention, so like My Hero Academia Gacha, and then I like to put my username at the end, but that's not necessary. It's just something I like to do. I click upload, and then I alert my Discord server. I had to go fix the title because I wanted to add something. And then I go to YouTube, and my episode is officially premiering. Genuinely, this series is fire. Like, this is genuinely amazing. The visuals, the posing, composition. I don't usually expect much from gacha videos, but I'm pretty sure this single-handed videos. But I'm pretty sure this single. I agreed to this comment 11 months ago now. A bit overdue for a tutorial. Oh, fuck. There are two key elements when it comes. Once you finish your script, you can start making your video. I use Flimora. After I finished Yua, I went in and started doing every character's posing. I try to get each character I'm going to use in the scene their own individual, freshly made. I'm going to shoot someone. What I like to do to disperse my workload is after I finish a scene of screenshots, I like to edit that part in, as in the